Good evening, everyone. Um, I would like to welcome you all, and on behalf of my team and Clarusway, tonight we are going to talk about the some of the success stories with our graduated students, and we have we're supposed to have three special guests. I think Andrew is on the way, and basically we are going to talk with these valuable people, how they achieve their dream job, and we are going to ask them a lot of questions regarding regarding their success story, and and we will be giving you time to ask your personal questions. That's going to be end of the session, so I will let you know. But if you will have any questions, of course you can put it in the chat. I will definitely check time to time, so I will make sure that we will address all of your questions. Let me see. Hi, Mariia and Hatice. I know Hatice is working at the same time, and thank you so much for making your time, Hatice, while you're working. Not sure if you're available to turn your camera on. Our friends would like to see you, both of you, Mariia and Hatice. Are you?
It's unable to start video.
Oh, you're not. Okay, so that's I don't know why. So they are having technical issues. Okay, Cedric, let's try to solve that problem first. I'll make.
I think now it works. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, good to see you. I would like to see the faces. Like whenever I make meeting over WebEx, I always tell my teammates that if they're available, please turn your camera on, because it's important, right? It's going to increase the interaction, and we will be like seeing each other's. That's what I like. Thank you so much. So how is your queue, Hatice? It's busy.
One of the busiest day I could say. Since yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I know we have almost 20 attendees for the session. So I will just give quick introduction about myself, then I will just pass it back to you guys. So then I have multiple questions, and then I will collect all the questions that will come from our friends. So, and this is just going to be like a daily conversation. We would like to hear the tips, and then these suggestions on your journey, like how you achieve it, what were the commitments that you have done, and then what are the steps taking to reach this to reaching this level, because nowadays a lot of people wants to change their career into information technology, not only cybersecurity. I have a lot of friends, they're interested in different fields, so a lot of people are looking for job opportunities. And I know, we all know, unfortunately, there is a globally economic crisis going on everywhere. We hear a lot of layoffs, but at the same time, we hear that some folks, they are getting hired. That means the companies are still hiring people as well. So I have multiple questions. So I will introduce myself first, and then I will be giving the microphone to Mariia and Hatice. So, hi everyone. Thank you so much for making your time for this session. I know your time is valuable. Thank you so much. I hope you will take a lot of takeaway from our session, and then I hope that you will ask your questions that that was concerning regarding cybersecurity. So just let us know. My name is Steve Malkosh, and I have been in information technology over 8 years, and currently I'm working at Bank of America as Assistant Vice President, Global Cybersecurity Engineer, and I'm a team lead. I'm leading 24 people, so in my environment, and I have Hatice and Mariia. We're supposed to have Andrew too. I know he was working at this time frame because he's living in East Coast. I'm sorry, the West Coast. So they have different timing. I hope that he will join as well. So this is all about me. Now, Mariia, would you like to introduce yourself, and then Hatice?
Yeah, sure. Thank you for inviting me today. Good evening, everyone. Well, my name is Mariia Skeha. I started my cybersecurity journey with Clarusway, and currently I'm on cyber defense specialist position with Citizenbank here in Rhode Island, Providence. I'm still on a training period. We have like 5 weeks of training, so I'm not able to share a lot of about my work experience, but definitely I will share some insights and about my studying and everything tonight. So yeah, if you have any questions, just don't hesitate to ask in the chat.
Good, thank you. And Hatice?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me as well. I am Hatice. So currently I am working at U.S. Office of Personnel Management as a security administrator. So if you ask me what security administrator is, basically what cyber security analysts do, this is what we do. I am former Clarusway alumni. So it's my 4th month, I guess, since I've started in my job. So this is all I have.
All right, thank you. I think Leonard, I think you have questions. Can you just put it in chat? Or we will be giving you a chance to ask your question at the end of the session. So because I have a question that I need to ask, because I have been collecting questions from our own students and from other environment as well. We have students from our own environment and then from outside, like from outside of our environment. Thank you so much to coming to our session. So please take the advantage of the time that you're going to spend in this session. It's valuable because myself, I'm someone from the field. Actually, I'm working in cyber environment, and then my friends Hatice and Mariia, and they're also working in the field as well. We will try to answer your questions, as much as possible. When we finish talking about cybersecurity based on our questions, then I will be giving you a chance to ask your personal questions. Okay. So my first question, I would like to always hear the stories first. Like, what have you been doing it before, right? So we would like to know your background. So my first question is related with that. So, what was inspired you to, pursue in your career in cybersecurity? So my first question will go to Hatice. So can you just give the insight,
So actually, my background doesn't come from any IT related job. My background is education. So for years, since I came from education background, if I need to change my, career path, it should be something that has value behind it. And cybersecurity is one of them. You are actually taking care of, you are monitoring people's asset and trying to prevent if something would be happen that would be very devastated for them. So it was one of the reasons for me. And the other one, of course, working environment, working setting, I don't know, and it's well respected, I would say, like, in this cybersecurity area. It's very,
Yeah,
like,
that's right.
they make you feel like you are valuable, like whatever you are doing matters. And
Yeah, it
so,
does.
yeah, I think these are, and the last thing, like, it's a teamwork. Like, you are maybe working, like, individually, but what you do is a part of teamwork. You have to, like, interact with your team. It's another reason for me to, like, turn
Okay,
my
great.
career.
And I think you're coming from education background, right? So
Yeah.
and and I know that whenever you were having session with your teammates, you were good at teaching. But the good thing that you were able to bring your teaching skill sets into into the cybersecurity field. So it actually it's important. Like if you have those kind of skill sets, it will help you to grow in your cybersecurity career faster. That's what I believe. Teaching also important. Thank you. So Mariia, um,
Yeah, so my story would be also similar. I'm not coming from IT background. I have my master in business management, and I was working as in the accounting industry. So I just realized that that's not what I would like to do for in the long run. I always had an interest in IT. That's why I decided to try to switch for it. That's why I went for Clarusway school to learn more, to educate myself at first. And after I realized, okay, so it can be my career. I can try myself, and I can get a better job, more opportunities. Also working remotely, possibly, and just better future, I would say. That's why I chose cybersecurity. Also, like after speaking with some friends, I also realized that cybersecurity is kind of new and very growing field. That there are a lot of opportunities if you start your career right now.
Okay, thank you. A cybersecurity cybersecurity environment, actually it's been there almost like since when we had it network. Then after couple of years, then IT took in place. I'm sorry, the cybersecurity took in place in the network environment as well. It was at military level, especially the governments. They were really concerning about cybersecurity in military stuff, because it's all about confidential data that needs to be protected. So, but then, when the digital world, extremely, got crazy, like got on demanding. Nowadays, our life, we call it, a digital world. Everything is smart, right? We have iRobot, we have smartphones, we have smart cars, and even though now the home the home builders, they whenever they make advertising, whenever they build a new house, so they put it a smart house. So why? Because it's all about technology that that will make people's lives easy. Like we have Alexa. You can turn the lights on, off. You can lock your door. You have Ring. The cameras outside, inside. It just you can control everything by your phone, right? So you know this is the reason that that the cybersecurity took in place, that because it's a digital world that needs to be take care of cybersecurity people, like the cybersecurity pros, that needs to make sure that all the data are in secure, and it's only available to only authorized people. So, and then our job is just to make sure that whoever is trying to reach that data, that valuable informations without any access or authorizations, they're not allowed to do that. And then our job is just to make sure that it's protected. I work in the bank environment. You work in the government environment, right? And you also work in the bank environment, Mariia. You will see a lot. So we have a lot of customers, like million customers globally, and then we keep their money in our bank environment, right? So we need to be the bank needs to be very careful when it comes to cybersecurity. So as Miss Hatice mentioned, why she felt that cybersecurity environment, it's well respected. So wherever you go, doesn't matter which company, they always make sure that their cybersecurity department, they have been, they should be taken care of, and they should have a lot of benefits or some bonuses or income share based on the company profit. So they have to make sure that these people are happy and staying at the company. I have friends who has been at the bank over 30 years. So our 11% of the company of the cybersecurity employment number are over 15 years. So that's very, very valuable information. So imagine a lot of people are happy. The bank makes sure that these people are happy. We will be talking in depth. I will be asking you questions. So and thanks so much for giving that your valuable informations that before cybersecurity. And now I'm going to jump into my second question. So after you make the decision, right? So and then you have been looking online, through which, because there's a lot of training platforms or the programs are available. And thank you. You made your decision to walk with Clarusway. So I would like to make sure that how Clarusway help you to achieve like how Clarusway help you to achieve your dream job or to find you the job, because we get a lot of questions that people are asking, okay, what if I decided to enroll, but are you going to help us to find a job? So what are the process? And then how are you going to make us ready for the market? We get a lot of questions for the market part, like interview part and the market part, because people know that they can get the resources. Like if it is network, there are thousands of different sources you can go and find a network or cybersecurity. But you have to make sure that you're giving the right information to your students, right? Only the related informations. So can you just let us know how Clarusway prepared you for the like how we teach you, how we prepared you, and then how we help you during the your market time. So I will start with Mariia this time.
I would say that Clarusway helped me a lot. Like without all this background and starting at this school, I wouldn't achieve what I have right now. Basically because thanks to this cohort, I could get my Security Plus exam, right, which is very valuable on this market when you're trying to find any entry-level position or like any position. Also, there were a lot of mentoring sessions, also a lot of preparation for like how to make my CV look good or LinkedIn page, and which are very important in job hunting right now. So I would say all this knowledge made me a very good candidate, right, for any position which I was looking for.
Okay, good. Thank you. Hatice?
Yeah. So two of my friends, I was looking for IT course. Two of my friends were already like Clarusway student, and they told me that, hey, if you are looking for like, a course, I will say Clarusway. And then I asked for the reasons, like why do you suggest that? They were even not cybersecurity students. They were in other IT programs. So, and they mentioned the mentorship actually, like for Clarusway. And like beginning of our course, Clarusway, they showed us the pathway, I could say. And I realized that like once we started that pathway, that like road was very structured, like well structured. Like as Mariia mentioned, like we start very like, fundamental stuff. And the way how we go, like first we got our like, well needed information, then learn the tools, then get ready for the like market, like before you even graduate from Clarusway. And during that, like during period of time, we were not alone. Like as Mariia mentioned, like we were like assigned mentors, and like those mentors were not like, they were always like, bothering us like in a good way, huh? Like, hey, did you do that? Like I'm not only talking about like resources. Yes, Clarusway gave us real SOC environment, but additionally, like you can know the staff, but it will not very like,
Useful.
helpful if you don't know how to go with them to the market, right? Like
That's right. Yeah.
yeah,
Makes
like
sense.
I can find a resume, but if I don't know how to like, set up in for the cybersecurity environment, it's helpless. I'm helpless. So that's why like especially for like getting ready for the market, Clarusway helped me a lot. Like because like the way how you need to write your resume, the way how you need to build up your LinkedIn has account, the way how you need to like apply for the job and how to get ready for interview, like there you feel like not alone for any part of that journey. So this is what I can say.
Good. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know what to say on top of this. Thank you for giving us valuable feedbacks and being honest. So I just before this session, I had two phone call from the people that they have been interested in cybersecurity, but they have personal questions. So I was just trying to them like trying to tell them, I'm always someone who's always honest, transparent. So whatever we have, I always tell it to upfront so that I don't want someone to just get into a lot of expectations, and then and I don't want to say something that we don't provide. So what I always tell that you may find these similar courses like Clarusway, they can give you like a teaching part which is fundamental of network and cybersecurity. At the same time, they can try to give you the hands-on part, to get you speed up on the on hands-on practice. But when it comes to job market preparation, or when it comes to mock interview preparation, and then after the graduation, actually that's the key, I believe. Like once you graduated, we don't say goodbye. Like we don't say, okay, you enroll after 5 months, you took everything and we believe you're ready, so go on market and bye-bye. So Clarusway doesn't say that, because we have CMS department, career service management system service, that this people are dedicated people to providing support to our graduated students as much as we can. But of course, like as Hatice mentioned, our teammates, they are trying to always keep in touch with the students. It's not like kind of bothering in a good way, as she mentioned, but sometimes we don't get the response from the students. So actually, we try to help everyone in the program environment, just to make sure that everyone is on tracking. But if you don't respond to us, if you don't let us know if you need something, or if you are putting in like a commitment into this, or like imagine, we are a doctor and you're a patient. So if you don't tell us everything, I mean, I cannot just assume. We cannot just assume that, okay, Mariia is sick and she's having a pain, in her abdominal part. So we cannot just assume. What doctor says, they always listen to you. Like, you have to give us data as much as you can. So I always give advice to our students before they graduate. Always let us know. Like, let us know how you're doing it. Are you learning? Or do you have any questions? Are you concerning about anything? This may not be related with cybersecurity, even though if you're having financial problems. Like, we had students who were about to drop the course, and then because they were having some financial issues. But we are always here to help you guys. So the point is, you should have some kind of passion, and then put in kind of commitment, and with our instructions and help, you will definitely find a job. So Mariia was one of that student who was putting a lot of commitment, a lot of work. I have seen she had a lot of interview, a lot of finals. Eventually, it took just a couple months, but eventually she received up to 3 offers, I believe, right? At the same time, like three different offers. So we decided to we decided to go with the bank option, since I'm coming from the financial environment as well. So these are very valuable informations. So I will jump into my question. So my third question will be, so a lot of people are asking what kind of commitment you have put it into this. So like, what kind of commitment? So we always talk about commitment. We always explain that students will get 15 hours from us on a weekly basis, but there are some also kind of commitment needs to have needs to come from student side as well. So what are the advice? Like, what have you done while you were taking this program? So can you just give us some kind of insight on this?
Yeah, sure. So while I was studying, I was making sure that I attend as much lessons as I can without like any gaps, because it's so difficult to catch up with all material and like rewatch 3-hour session in your free time, especially when in case you have a full-time job as well. Also, I was trying to get ready for each lesson and just putting some notes, reading some material of previous lesson of what is coming. So it would give me some more like understanding of the material, and also I would memorize better in this way. So definitely self-study will help, and attending all the lessons, like listening to like to teachers, to mentors, and try to like get all information which they give you, because like the knowledge is our value on the market.
Okay, good. Thank you, Hatice.
I think like when I was about to start the course, like the course was about to start, in my mind I was like, okay, you are gonna like end of the course you will earn another job, like, right? So what do you expect? You need to study because like to be able to get a job, we finished 4 years, 5 years college, right? So now you are gonna get another profession, but like you are expected to finish it within like couple of months, and to be able to like it depends on the person. Like when I graduate, I wanted to know what I am talking about. Like when I go to the interview, I just wanted to know like what I am like talking about. So that's why, as Mariia mentioned, like attending the lessons like takes a big step, and also like taking notes. Like the lessons were like around 2 to 3 hours. So if you like attend the class, what I was doing, I was attending the class, like then I was like checking my notes whenever something didn't make sense, then I went back to that, recordings, and like trying to understand and listen again, and it helped me a lot. So what I'm trying to say is that, like, if you are about to start this journey, you need to have that mindset, like, okay, 6 months or 7 months every day I need to study, or like, some hours within a week I need to study. And like, it's not only that, like, if you wanna enjoy the lesson, you need to come prepared for that lesson. So then, like, you will have that joy, and like, it will not be, you will not feel like, oh, I have a lesson. It will not be something extra for you. You just want to learn more. So and commitment during the job hunting, like, it should be a real commitment. Like, you should really have your schedule in front of you, and you should say that, like, I'm not gonna sleep today before, like, I'll do that much application. Otherwise, like, the time will take longer for you to find a job.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Thank you for the valuable feedbacks to our students, to other people who are interested in cyber. Thank you, folks. My following question will be, so how, like, we know module 1, it was all about the learning what is network, what is cybersecurity, and when it comes to module 2, it's a little harder because you see a lot of tools. So we believe that everyone can handle this module 1 and module 2, but we also have module 3, which is, we call it job hunting. But I believe this is the shortest module we have, like just 2 weeks. But this is the module that makes difference, I believe. So can you just give some kind of advice that how we should be prepare ourselves when we're going to be in this module 3? So as you have been into this situation when you were taking this program. You need to study for the up-to-date interview questions, and you need to take multiple mock interviews, and you have to make sure the resume looking good for the market. And also, as Mariia mentioned about job market, like what was the commitment also, like how much commitment you put it to finding a job or applying available applications on the market. I think this is important, because we get questions as well, like, okay, I'm done with module 2 and I have certification as well. So, but I'm still on the market. I'm not able to find a job. So, but when we ask them questions, like on a daily basis, how many job applications that you're making? 2 to 3 or 5 max. I'm like, so I need your, your feedback, like, because you're the real example. So I think this time, Hatice, we'll go with you.
We started with mock interview, our cohort.
Sorry for cutting you off. And we also have a related question from the chat. Almadin, he's asking, the related question as well, like, how many applications would you require to do on a day?
Yeah.
So
our job hunting journey started with mock interview. It was a good motivation and pressure for all of us as students, because like we all studied the mock interview questions, and it was our first time to have an interview with the interviewers. So like it was a great start. Then later I remembered, like there was one question, how many applications like you need to do. Actually, there is no any certain number. The more
the minimum
you do, it's
what is the minimum number that we recommended?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm not gonna go over crazy numbers, but I'm gonna say what I used to do. I was trying to make, like, my minimum was trying to make 30 in a day. And I was a 30 mark, like each 5. I was so happy with that.
3-0, right?
Huh?
3-0. 30.
Yeah, yeah. I was trying to make it, but it was quite hard, like because like I was a full-time.
Yeah.
Let me tell you guys, some of you were thinking, oh, anyway, like I am working full job at full, work. How am I gonna do it? I was working at the same time, like my day was full until 5 p.m. After 5 p.m., like that journey was starting for me. So, and at the same time, like the interviews, like the first interview, second, third interview, each time it would be a great maybe suggestion because it was very helpful for me. If I can do it, I was recording myself during the interview and I was writing all the
Good
questions.
tip.
Yeah, I was writing all the questions. If I don't know, if they ask me some question, I was not hesitate to say, oh, I don't know, but like I will make sure I will learn it. And I was really trying to learn it. If I can find yes, of course, you can find the answer, many answers in Google, but I was always also sometimes asking Steve or sometimes asking our mentors, like, what should I say the next time if I have that question, like, what would be my answer? So it was very helpful for me. And like I was having one notebook. I had it when I start for the application job interviews, and like after 3 months I finished that notebook. It was all about the questions, like questions, answers, where I was finding those questions from nowhere. During my interview, whatever they asked me, I was just writing and answering, and I was trying to find two options for each questions, and I was just memorizing them. Because guys, we can know everything, of course, but when they ask you a question, they expect you to talk about it at this 1 minute or 2 minutes. And the other thing,
right,
yeah, talking about interviews and also commitment, like it was kind of a long journey. So sometimes you will feel like unmotivated, especially when you get no, thank you. But like it's a very important part that you never give up. And the other thing, like to me, I was tier 1. Like like there's entry level, tier 2, tier 3 jobs, right? Senior jobs. So when I was applying, I was always applying like entry level jobs. So one of our mentors said, hey Hatice, don't do this. Like if you will be eliminated, you should not be that person. Like you should not eliminate yourself. Apply all, and let's see if they like your resume, they will call you even for tier 2 or tier 3 job. Just apply. So after that one, I applied a lot. Like I was applying more tier 2, tier 3 jobs than entry levels. Because if you check, like maybe for one entry level position, maybe 1 million, I'm exaggerating. Let's say 10,000 people were like, applying, but for tier 2, tier 3 jobs, maybe only 1,000 people were applying. So your chance is getting increased. So guess what? I was hired for tier 2 position. But in my mind, I was entry level. I'm still entry level. But the way how you give them that,
right,
impression helped me a lot. Yeah.
Good. Mariia, we're back to you.
Yeah. Okay. So I would say that mock interviews and making sure that you are comfortable with interview questions is very important. So because interviewer and hiring manager also looking at interviewer personality, if you are confident, if you what kind of person and human you are, because they also want to see a good team player, right, in the team. So having all the answers on the questions is also not enough, I would say. You should also put a smile on your face if it's video interview, and even over the phone they can understand your vibe. So yes, one of my preparations was making sure that I know the answers for the most common interview questions, which like Clarusway provided us. Just going through them, reading one more time, it stays in your head, and you can also feel comfortable when you hear the same questions over and over during interview, and like, oh yeah, I know this. So you feel very like chill, and it's very good for your feedback, because they understand that you know what you're talking about. So it's very, very good for you. And also answering some questions from chat. So I was also applying around like 2050 for like different opportunities. I was also looking into a different name of positions, because they each company can name it in different words, but the position, like all the responsibilities, can be like basically same. And also using as many tools as it's possible, like not only LinkedIn, but also like Monster, Dice, Indeed, Glassdoor, like or some outside websites, just particular which are dedicated to cybersecurity, or some recruitment agencies. So when you keep sharing all your CVs, so after you'll see the feedback from all recruiters that they start calling you by themselves when they see like a match of positions that they have in their database, right, and yours. So they just call you right away, even if you didn't apply for it. So it was my tricks of job hunting.
Steve, I remember two things that I used to do.
Sure.
Real quick. The first thing is that, guys, when you see job posting, especially in LinkedIn, you also see the recruiter over there, like, or HR management person. And when, like, each time when I apply the job, I was sending a message to that person, like, just click on the message. Sometimes LinkedIn even generated the message for you, like, hey, I applied for this job, I want to have a quick chat with you, if you are available, appreciate it, blah blah, and just send it. Because I was not believing the importance of it, honestly, but then after that, when I realized it, like, after I started doing that, those people started, like, I started getting their replies. And sometimes, like, I was able to have one interview because of that. Because, like, people really want, as Mariia mentioned, people really want to, like, work with someone who is easygoing, who is not, you know, hesitated to ask questions. This is the first step, and I really feel that it was beneficial. And the second tip, I would say, like, easy apply. You remember, guys, there is easy apply part on LinkedIn. I was doing a lot when I started applying for the job, easy apply. But then I realized that some companies are putting easy apply, like, positions just for gathering the data. So after that, like, I started doing, like, long, you know, way of applying the job from the people's website. It takes a lot. Yeah, it takes time a lot. It's time consuming. But when I only doing those, you know, applications, you actually really talking the real person, actually, not the, you know, some data gathering, you know, automations. So those two tips really helped me a lot, especially, like, before I get my job. Yeah.
Good, thank you, thank you all the good inputs. We appreciate it all. Also, I think I have another question, like a reminder question from Mr. Direct. He wanted me to make sure that I'm going to ask you this question. Thank you, by the way. So he's our old wise man. He's always, he always making sure that we asking the right questions and not missing anything. So what are the actually, Hatice, she just gave some kind of advice, maybe related to this question, but I would like to, get more opinion. So when we apply the available job application, so what are the tips that like we need to keep in touch with the recruiter, as Hatice mentioned, and basically sending them informations. I'm sorry, sending them connections through LinkedIn. So that what are the benefits of doing this, like being active on LinkedIn? So that so how were you active on LinkedIn, and what are the advice that how you were talking to recruiters. Like it's important, right? Because they're the people who's looking for candidates. So I believe you had a lot of phone calls, right? How to talk recruiters. That's also another skill set, right? How to talk someone, the related the positions that you're looking for, and then he or she asking you very serious questions. So, I would like to hear like how you were handling this kind of communications. I'm not sure if I missed anything direct. So would you like to add something? He thumbed up. So okay. I think Hatice was ready, or Mariia. I don't
Go
know.
ahead. This one.
Okay, good. She passed back to you, Mariia.
Okay, yeah, I can start. I'll start with LinkedIn. So yes, I think LinkedIn is very powerful tool for IT environment, and especially while looking for a job. So my qualifications were like I had to have like minimum 500 connections, and also to be active on LinkedIn. So after you have visibility for recruiters and hiring managers, like you're more visible to them, and even like in the list of all people who apply, so you will be like a top one. Right, and also when they check your profile, so they can see that you from time to time you post some news, you share your ideas, so it proves to them that you really like a fan of what you do. So it like gives them an idea. Okay, so those people are very inspired into cyber, so they wanna have you as candidates and as a team members. So also having a lot of people like cybersecurity managers and recruiters is very helpful, because sometimes you can just scroll your feed, right, and you can see some posts about sharing some jobs, and which are not even like posted like on a job list. But when you just comment or send right away like a DM to them, direct messages, so it also gives you an opportunity to find like more jobs and more connections. So definitely I was doing this as well, adding a lot of people, communicating with each others, and also like through connections on LinkedIn, I could find. Actually, I could get like 3 referrals to really good companies. Just talking like to random people, adding them, communicating about cybersecurity, and in the end of our conversation, I could just share like, oh, I see a company is hiring right now. Like, I want to apply. What's your ideas? And like most of the time, they would just tell me first, like, oh yeah, I can. If you want, I can send you a referral link. Just remember that a referral link is not 100% that you will pass all the interviews. You still need to do your best to prove yourself as a good candidate. Just it gives you also like more visibility that you will be on top one, because you are referred by one of the employees of this company. So yeah, that's my advice about LinkedIn. That's what I was doing. And also like when I was getting calls, so I would be answering on most of them. If I don't, so just listen to some voicemails, like sending some messages, to be, like a responsible person. And very important advice. So after all interviews and all the steps, so I would send them email like, oh, thank you so much for today. It was very interesting to hear about the company and all opportunities. I think your company is the best and I want to be a part of it. So always to prove that you want to be a part of the team. So you're like, even if something you don't like or not sure about all the responsibilities, do not hesitate to tell them that you want to be a part of the company, because it you put yourself in a higher position with other candidates, right? Because you tell them that yes, you want to be there, so that's why you like get the attention to your personality.
We can't hear Steve.
Like I do this, in my day-to-day job as well. I talk, and then then realizing that you're on it. Anyway, I was like, yes, thank you, Mariia, for the valuable feedbacks, and I totally agree with you, teacher, as well. So this part required a lot of commitment. So so it's good to see someone who's getting job. To be honest, I get very happy. Hatice knows, how much we make communications behind it, or Mariia, right? I have seen that you guys were really down. You were working at the school, and you were working, in your on your day-to-day job at the same time, looking for new opportunities. It's not easy. So we always tell, it's always going to be hard, but I'm always like telling, even though my close friends, I'm telling, just give it to yourself 5 months. It's just a limited time frame. All we asking you just to, give your focus, and your commitment just for 5 months. We don't ask your 12 months, like a year. We don't ask that, and think this in this way. This is a self-investment. Whatever you're doing it, in your training program, this is a self-investment. Please do this just for yourself, not for me, not for someone else. This is, just do this for yourself. So because if you're going to do this in this way, if you take all the advices, from us, from the real candidates, that will help you a lot. So it's not easy, but it's possible. We have students like you guys. We have many students like who got the jobs. We have a lady from Minnesota state that I believe she received an offer from Google. I was like shocked when I heard it, because she wasn't that active, but she found it. So if you do commitment, if you do hard work will pay off. Okay. Trust me, take this word. If you do the hard work now, it will pay off. Either in 6 months or after a year, it will pay off. So you will be happy with your, salary, with your compensation, with your benefits, and as Hatice mentioned, you will be well-respected employee. Okay. So we have 2 questions. No, 1 question. How long did it take you to get the job after the graduation? So Almedin, thank you so much for asking good questions. So this is very tricky question. So it depends on the person. Mariia, I think we had students who got the job after 2 weeks after the graduation. We have students who was hired during module 2, right, Drake? So he got hired during module 2, so he didn't even finish the courses. So we have also some, Mariia, after how many months did you find a job?
Well, we finished our cohort last fall, and I got my 2 job offers this August.
Yeah. So, but Mariia was one of the students who was really putting a lot of commitments, but sometimes, you never know. Like, you think that you're the best candidate, you do everything, but it doesn't come to you. So when I was looking for my new job after my school as a network specialist, so I had a lot of interviews. I was like tired of getting, feeling that irritated feeling that, I was feeling dizzy. I was feeling, I swear, I'm not making an exaggeration. I was feeling dizzy. I was feeling that I'm going to throw it up, because I had, a lot of interviews, and then nobody was getting back to you. So, but, after a couple months, I was able to find a job, but it took a lot of commitments. I even felt sick. So you never know, like, when your time will be, but if you will keep it, if you will keep yourself on tracking, being active on a daily basis and looking for all the opportunities, never giving up. So, actually, Andrew was one of the students. He was almost giving up. So, but we always talked to him, and we made sure that, he's on tracking. We try to push him as much as we can. Finally, he got a job. So he's working at tech system. So, yeah. I hope that is answering your question. So you won't reach out to recruiters personally. Okay, so folks, would you like to answer Leonard's question? I think what happened? Question disappeared. So both of you reach out by the recruiters personally. What were some of the conversations started as you connected with them? And they're thinking like, tell us what kind of soft skill sets required when we talking to a recruiter on the phone, or like what we should say when they reach out to us.
So speaking of like sending a message to recruiters, first I want to say that like as I mentioned in the Q&A session, like until I find job, I was in premium access. I was have premium access to LinkedIn because it will give you that feature. Like you can send a message.
How much did you pay on a monthly basis? 10? Was it 10? Let me double check. So someone, okay.
I think it's 30.
Yeah,
30.
40.
But I believe I think it's worth to pay that, because it will give you it will give you a lot of features.
It will make you more visible than
right.
the other.
That's I think this is number one.
When they search for the applicants, the recruiters or the companies, it will put you like on the top.
Right. Imagine they have the database, LinkedIn database. Imagine, like 500 people are looking for new candidates. So imagine, since you are the customers and you're paying their applications, so they will put you, above 50 maybe. So that's a good chance, I believe. Yeah.
And and the other thing is that, so what I was saying, that feature give you a chance to, like, you just click on the message, it even generates the message to you. Like, honestly, I don't have time to look for message starters. How I wish I could have that time. So I used to use that feature of LinkedIn. The other thing, when they give you a call, like you really need to like give them that good vibe. Like as Mariia mentioned, like maybe they don't see your face, but they hear your voice, and like maybe in your first time or the second time you will feel really like nervous. So even if you do your best, maybe they will understand that no. But once you start getting used to them, and you will have that feeling like sometimes when they ask me a question, like my last interviews, I knew what they wanted to hear. Like I was just telling them what they wanted to hear, and they were just smiling at me. They were all just nodding their head, and you understand, oh, they are satisfied with your answer. Like those kind of things. Like as I said, you really need to be positive even if you don't know the answer. And let me tell you something, sometimes you feel like, oh, I had a great interview, but sometimes you feel like, oh, I messed up that in that interview, and guess what, they wanted to continue with you. Like you never know. You just need to do your best in each time and never give up, as you said. And there was one question I just wanted to mention about that. Right now, currently, I am working as a remote job. Like when I was like doing job hunting, to be honest, all remote jobs are on demand. Like everyone, of course, wants to work at home first, then they consider hybrid or in-person job setting. So I also wanted to find a remote job. So I was really like applying all the remote jobs, but if you only apply the remote job, you are actually decreasing your chance by yourself. So apply all the jobs. If you can even change your location. I was applying even in person, and I was saying my husband, I'm sorry, if I find a job, we are gonna move. So maybe like at least hybrid job, just apply, guys, or in person in your neighborhood, apply. So it will increase your chance more.
Okay, good. Yeah,
also agree. And I was when I was looking for my position current, so I was saying I have like friends and I'm kind of based in Rhode Island, so they don't hesitate about my relocation. So they more look into my skills, not like all the challenges that I will have while moving. So I was saying like I'm there, and also it gives you more opportunities to get more interviews to practice. So even if you say no in the end, so you get more chances to speak and to practice your skills.
And the last thing I want to add, speaking of LinkedIn, after the recruiters or the HR management, after they look at your resume, the next place will be your LinkedIn account. So as Mariia mentioned, the more things you share, the more people you interact with, and the more it's just it looks nice. It helps you a lot, guys. It helps you a lot.
Good. Thank you, folks, for the valuable feedbacks. Okay, so we have another question from our wise man, Mr. Direk. He's asking that, what if, shall we accept the first offer while we apply the jobs, and shall we stop at looking at the jobs? Like, I think this was kind of the situation that Hatice had. Like, I think, yeah, Hatice, I remember when we were talking. Can you just answer this question? Like, what are the feelings, and then what are the advices?
Yeah, sure. If I am not mistaken, please correct me if I am. So I think we graduated around September or October last year. So around like Christmas break, January, I got my offer with the company that I am working right now. But since it's a government job, like you need to get some certain of clearance, and it takes from like 6 months to almost 1 year. So when I remember I told the Steve, like, what should I do? Like, because it's a government job, it's a good to start with government for later, for your future, whatever it is. But it will take time, and you don't know if it will be like, finalized in a good way. So, but after a long conversation, I accept that offer. But since there will be a long time for me to wait, I needed, before than anything, I needed an experience at that time. Like, I just wanted to get in a job and get that experience. So I still applied jobs. I was still having interviews, and like after 4 months, I was able to get my all clearance, and I was able to start. But what I was trying to say, it really depends on the person. Like, if you have a job at that time, if you are good financially, you can move on. Like, or if you have several opportunities, and if you need to consider, like Mariia had, right, 2 offers at the same time, you can say no one of them. It really depends on the situation you are in. But as I said, you really need to think, is it worth to wait? What do I need right now? Money, experience, or all of them? Like, you really need to decide and go for it. At that time, I was working, so I can still wait. So I was not having a problem financially, and I really wanted that job at government. But at the same time, I was thinking maybe I would get another good offer. So why should I just stop myself from applying? So yeah.
Right. Makes sense. Yeah. Well, good. Thank you so much. So when I come back to my questions, okay, guys, do you have any other questions to our speakers? Could you mention most of the jobs when you apply required security clearance? So what is exactly? So Almedin is on fire today, so he's asking a lot of good questions. So Hatice, would you like to answer this question, or do you want me to take this question?
I mean, that's fine. You can go, or I can go.
I think since you had related.
Okay. So like some jobs, especially related to government, they really require a clearance, a security clearance, because like you are looking at something that not everyone has a chance to look at, and you should not abuse it. So that's why they want to make sure that like you get that certain of clearance, so you will be actually trustful person for them. So what you do actually, it depends on which agency, government. agency of government you are going to work with. So they really walk you through with the process, and like you apply. Actually, they gave you a lot of forms to fill in, so it takes a lot of time. You need to fill in the forms, many forms, believe me. So then after that, the investigator comes and have an interview.
Comes to your house?
No, I was very surprised because at that time I was working somewhere, so he wanted to come to my job workplace. So they want to make sure that whatever you say is correct. So it was so weird. I was looking for another job, right? But the investigator came to my current job place. So it was kind of weird. So he had an interview with me like more than 14 minutes or maybe 1 hour, and they asked me a lot of questions. So after that, he's like, he already have everything about me, but you know, they want to understand that what you say, what they see should match. So after that, you just wait. And like the appointment for fingerprints, you know, other stuff, like, but it's a process. Like, as I said, they were telling me that it should take 6 to 9 months, even 1 year, whatever. But mine takes around like, I started doing all those kind of things, as I said, during January, I guess, before even, yeah, December maybe. And I was able to they were able to get my clearance around June. End of June. So they told me that it was very quick for me, but not everyone's, you know, process was that quick. So it really depends on the person. I don't know. So this is what I could say. But let me tell you something. There are different kind of security clearance. Mine was public clearance, so it was easier than the other security clearance. So it was like step by step. Yeah, this is all I can say.
Okay. Thank you. Would you like to add something, Hatice? I'm sorry, Mariia.
Yes, I was not looking into jobs with a clearance. For public one, it's easier, yes, but for other ones, you need to be a US citizen. So it makes it for some people more complicated or challenging. But there are so many like other financial institutions, like any other like private sectors, a lot of companies where they look for people with just regular background check. Who just check your like driving score, like simple stuff, which takes just a couple weeks. You also do may require some fingerprints, so it's very, very basic and it's not so complicated. So there are different job opportunities, so you can choose either one for yourself.
Okay. All right. Do you have something, Hatice? You look like. Are you having any incidents? Are you having any incidents or any email?
No.
All right. I think. Okay. Another common questions. How much valuable getting certified by CompTIA Security Plus? So what do you think about it? So we have some students, they don't even pass, they don't even want to get that, or some, you know, they don't know the value of that certification.
I have a great example about that. It just happened in our company. So before that after our module 1, they highly encourage us to get Security Plus, and I am so grateful about that, so thankful about that, because when I started my company, they said that they want everyone to get that Security Plus, and like before 2024. And in our company, like one of my teammates, she has been here more than 13 years. She doesn't have Security Plus. So right now I don't have to deal with that, but she needs to deal with that. So you know what I'm trying to say? I'm so new in this, but I'm now one step away from her. So yeah, and like as you said a while ago mentioned, when they look at their resume, one of them is what certification you get. And it's not only like, it doesn't show how much knowledge you are, but also it shows that how much you want to earn, like how much commitment you have put already in the place. So they really want to see someone who is eager to learn, and certifications shows it really good.
Yeah, that's definitely, make sense to me. When you pass that certification, that will give you a lot of flexibility. You will not have any stress when you're gonna be in module 2. So, like, right, Maria, like we always recommend to take that exam when you are in module 1. So I would like to make it clear, we always mention module 1, module 2, since we have some people from outside of the environment. So basically this program, we divided into 3 different modules. The first module, basically, we welcome you, we teach you the basic stuffs, related network and cybersecurity, and then we teach you the company security, the subjects, and then we prepare you for the exam. So, and then when you finish the module 1, and we give you a week to study for the exam questions, and we wait for you to pass the exam. Our passing rate, it's over 80, I believe. Mr. Rick, correct me if I'm wrong. So after that, we jumping into module 2, which is all about hands-on. We have a software environment will be provided to you. It's all about tools, and then getting our hands dirty, and then getting more thinking in how the hacker mind setups works using this kind of tools, and then also the mind setup of the getting mind set of how to defense. So 2 different perspectives. And then lastly, module 3, it's all about Japan thing. So we make sure you guys are getting mock interviews, and then your resume looking good enough, and making sure your social environments are looking good. And then once you pass the mock interviews, we let you go to the market. So this is the process, basically. All right. Thank you. I think, okay. So I think I asked all the questions that I wanted to ask. Okay, so since you are new in this field, so I'm not going to ask this question. I think I have. Okay, I think we talk about this and that certification. All right, I think okay. So from my side, I have asked all the questions that I had, but I would like you to give you a chance, Hatice and Mariia, if you have any advice to our friends, like any different advices that we didn't talk. Maybe if you have something else. Or do we have any other questions? Looks like no.
I would only say, as I mentioned, like, please try to have that mindset. I'm gonna earn a new job, like new profession, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's normal not to be that much easy. Like studying. I'm talking about everything: studying, job applying job, studying for interviews, for mock interviews. It will not be easy, but if you put enough commitment,
Mm-hmm.
you will really enjoy the process, as I could say.
Right. Okay. Mariia, anything else?
My advice would be that if you work hard, so you will definitely achieve your goal. So
Right.
study, do everything step by step, definitely get your certifications, because it's also required at my position in my team. So yeah, it's definitely worth it. So just dedicate yourself into job hunting and studying, and you'll definitely find what you're looking for.
Right. Thank you. I mean, the same logic, the hard work will pay it off. So, I mean, this is your self-investment. Just be dedicated, focus on your goal, and then, whatever it takes, do it. And then once you have it, and it's going to be your story. So you will take the benefits the rest of your life. So I think it's already 1 hour 20 minutes. I don't want to take more time from your night. I think we already have touched base on the questions that I wanted. I would like to thank to my team and Mr. Drake for organizing this cyber talk session, and then our guest Hatice and Mariia. I thank you so much for making your time available for this type of cyber sessions. I know you're currently working. I obviously see that, Hatice, and thank you, Mariia. We wish you very bright career, and then hope you will enjoy, and then you will get all the benefits that you deserve. And to our other folks, we would like to, we are here to help you as much as we can. Let us know if you need anything, like as I mentioned, related to cybersecurity or non-cybersecurity. Just let us know how we can help you. We would like to hear your story, your success story as well in the future. So let us know how Clarusway can help you to achieve your dream job. Please let us know. If you will have any questions, reach out to us. And then if you are looking for a new career, we believe that Clarusway is one of the best training environment that can provide you a lot of benefits, and keep in touch with you until you have the job offer letters. So thank you all. I think I'm done, and then I'm going to stop recording with your permission.